This tiny studio in Clapham costs £1,750 a month. But for £150 less, you could rent this entire one-bedroom house just down the road. Today we are looking at 9 listings in the neighborhood of Clapham to spot the difference between a rip-off and a hidden gem. And because photos can be deceiving, I'm using AI to furnish the properties so you can see their real potential. Let's start with the house. We are kicking things off with this one-bedroom house listed at £1,600 a month. It's located in Clapham South, literally a 1-minute walk from the underground station. It's also on this cute little paved street, not directly on the main road. It gives the vibe of a small country village when you are actually in the heart of London. It's 45 square meters or 484 square feet, which is a good size for a one-bedroom property. On this side we have the open plan kitchen, which is spacious and has a good amount of storage and countertop space. There is only a small fridge, so that's a downside, and it doesn't look like there is a washing machine, so I'd want to check that during a viewing. Then there is space for a proper dining table that could be used as an office space as well if you need to work from home. Over here we have the living room, which is average in terms of furnishing and decor, but it is a good size. I think there is potential here. I tried to change the furniture to make it a more modern and practical space, and this is what I came up with. In the hallway there is plenty of built-in storage, which is a plus. And on the left we have the bathroom. Again, it's not necessarily my style, but it is a decent size, there is a shelf to put your stuff and a window. If the landlord did want to make some effort to modernize this bathroom, it could look like this. It's not much, I basically changed the tiles, replaced the sink and fixed the shower. But it looks 100 times better in my opinion, which would probably drive the price up. So if the dated style doesn't bother you, it's a good way to secure a place slightly cheaper than average. Finally, this is the bedroom. We can't really see if there is a wardrobe or not from the picture, but according to the floor plan, it's almost 11 square meters, which is enough for a double bed and storage in my experience. To sum up, even though the house is slightly dated for my taste, it is an incredible opportunity. Having this kind of property and environment in Clapham for £1,600 a month is incredibly rare. And if you're not too sure about the value, wait until you see the next property. This is a studio advertised at £1,750 a month, so quite a bit higher than the first house. It's located in Clapham East and it's a 15-minute walk from the closest station, which is definitely a downside. And this place is tiny. Are you ready? Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. There you go, you've seen everything. Honestly, I am outraged. This is basically a bedroom with an ensuite and a fridge in the middle. The only storage is below the bed and these tiny shelves. The kitchen, if we can even call it a kitchen, only has a small fridge, a microwave and a hot plate. The only highlight is the bathroom, which is very cool and looks brand new. But that can't justify the price. Another red flag is the listing history. It's been on the market since September, so quite a while ago, and they played with the pricing quite a lot. A well-priced property in a neighborhood as popular as Clapham will be gone in less than a week. This is a huge sign that this fancy bedroom that they have the audacity to call a studio is terrible value. So this is absolutely a listing to ignore. The location is average because there is no quick access to public transport, it is tiny, and the landlord keeps changing the price and even increased it compared to when it was first put on the market. This person is delusional if they think their joke of a studio will go at this price. If it does meet your criteria, you could try to offer less than £1,500 for it, as it is the only way not to get ripped off here. But I would personally stay away from it, because this doesn't tell us anything good about what kind of a person this landlord is. But studio and high price tag are not necessarily incompatible, especially in this neighborhood. I found this other place listed at £1,700 a month. It is right next to the high street and it's a 3-minute walk from Clapham Common station. It is just over 37 square meters or 400 square feet, which is very generous for a studio. Actually, even though it is technically a studio, there is a distinct sleeping area and a reception area. We're just missing a door here, but it's basically a one-bedroom. That's why when you're looking for a place, be careful about the filters you're using. If you filtered to only see one-bedroom properties, you would miss this one, even though it might actually be a good match for you. I actually made a video where I explain exactly how to set up your filters to get the best results. I'll link it below if you want to watch it next. This is what the studio looks like. It's very modern and clean, and I really like the vibe. The kitchen has all the essentials. Lots of cupboards and counter space, a full-size fridge, a proper oven and stove, a washing machine, and even cool tiles, which is a nice bonus. On this side, we have the bedroom space, and it's actually quite spacious. It's unfurnished in the picture, which might make it harder to see what's possible. So I spent a bit of time editing the picture to add some furniture to show you how you could arrange the space. I added a double bed, a bedside table and a lamp. I put cushions and a rug for more comfort, curtains at the window for privacy, and I thought it would be cool to add curtains here to really create a separation between the kitchen living room and the bedroom. For the living room, I wanted to keep a similar vibe and I added a big sofa, a TV, and a bookshelf for storage and because I love books. Finally, this is what the bathroom looks like. It's clean, modern, and practical with a large mirror and storage under the sink. So clearly, not all studios are created equal. On the left, we have a shoebox far from public transport listed at £1,750 per month. And on the right, we have a flat that is a proper living space, a stone's throw away from the high street and the underground for £50 less. So that studio was nice. But what if I told you that for £75 less per month, you could get double the floor space? So what's the catch? It's ugly. Let's take a look. It's listed at £1,625 a month and it is also on the high street, a 2-minute walk from Clapham North station. It is the biggest property of this selection so far. There is a large living room with an open-plan kitchen and space for a dining table, a big bedroom with 2 windows, a lovely view on trees and plenty of storage, and a bathroom that is pretty basic but does the job. When I came across this listing, I was shocked by the difference between the reception room and the bedroom. The bedroom is bright and inviting, while the living room is depressing to be honest, which is why it is still on the market despite being one of the cheapest options available. So it could be a great opportunity. The potential is here and we could make this room more appealing by opening the blinds and changing a few things. Look at what happens when we redecorate the room. If we swap the black sofa for a lighter one and we add a few accessories like a rug, cushions and a lamp, we have something much more pleasing to the eye. That's why it's important to really study a listing and not discard it too quickly. Has it been on the market for a while? Has it been reduced? If you don't like the furnishing, does the place even come furnished or is it just the current tenant's belongings? So this is an interesting one, but listings in this price range are actually rare right now, especially decent ones. If we want to see more options, we have to add a couple £100 to our budget. But is it actually worth it? I'm going to show you 2 properties that do offer you more for your money. First of all, we have this 1-bedroom flat listed at £1,850 a month, which is right by the park. It's less than a 10-minute walk from both Clapham Common and Clapham South. It's just over 47 square meters or 500 square feet, and there is a little hallway, a large bedroom and living room, several built-in closets, and a separate kitchen. Looking at the pictures, the bedroom is bright and airy, and it has storage here. The bathroom is also spacious and practical, with mirrors, a large shelf, and a bath. The reception room is huge, with space for a home office setup or a big dining table. And finally, the kitchen is a real highlight. It's spacious, bright thanks to the window, it has plenty of cupboards and countertop space, and it's fully equipped with a full-size fridge, a washing machine, and maybe even a dishwasher hiding behind one of these doors. So this is a pretty solid option, but I found another property slightly more expensive that offers something incredibly rare in central London, a private garden. It's a flat listed at £1,950 a month, and it's near the high street. It's a 5-minute walk from Clapham Common. It's 67 square meters or 620 square feet, so it's a bit bigger than the previous option. The bedroom is bright and spacious and has built-in storage. The bathroom could do with a slight upgrade to get rid of this mold and restyle it a little bit. I edited the picture and this is what it could look like with a tiny bit of work. It looks better, doesn't it? But other than that, it's a good size and there is a window. Moving to the reception room, it's spacious and bright and it has nice features like a fireplace and a wooden floor. The kitchen could do with a little upgrade like the bathroom, but it also has a big window and it's big enough to actually have a table, so that's great. If it was my place, I would happily give it a little refresh and it could look like this. Now for the real highlight of this property. This is the outdoor space. This is pretty unique, especially in this part of London. There is space for garden furniture and it also feels very private. So, which one would you go for? The first option was slightly cheaper, more modern, and right by the park. The second option is £100 more and it is a bit dated. But it is also bigger and it has this fantastic outdoor space. Let me know in the comments, I'm super curious. So that was £1,950 for one bed. But what if I told you that for the exact same price you could get an entire second bedroom? This flat is also listed at £1,950 a month and it's a 4-minute walk from Clapham North. It's just under 50 square meters or 530 square feet, so very similar to what we've looked at before. But this time we have an extra bedroom, which means that each room will be slightly smaller. Some of you might prefer bigger spaces and fewer rooms, while some of you won't mind the size of the rooms as long as they can have distinct spaces. Here we have a bright and comfortable living room, a kitchen that is smaller than in the other flats but still decent, as well as a small bathroom. And finally, the bedrooms. The first one is very spacious, with plenty of space for a double bed and a desk. The second one is smaller but still fits a double bed and has built-in storage. So even though it's not the biggest, it is rare to find 2 bedrooms below £2,000 a month, and it's worth a look if this second bedroom is important to you. By the way, if you like this kind of listing, this is exactly what I share in my free newsletter. Every week, I focus on a specific area or budget, and I send you the best deals. I'll put the link below if you want to sign up. Now, having 2 bedrooms is great, but how about having 2 bathrooms as well? In my opinion, flats with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms are ideal for friends who want to share, a couple who works from home or has frequent guests, or even a small family. Let's take a look at this apartment that is listed at £2,450 a month and that is located right by the high street, a 3-minute walk from Clapham Common station. It's 55 square meters or 600 square feet, it has the 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms we were talking about, and it has a terrace. There is quite a bit of wasted space in my opinion with this long corridor, but let's take a look at the pictures anyway. The reception room basically looks like a big kitchen, and I wasn't sure if we could create something decent here at first. So I tried to add some furniture to see what it could look like, and this is what I came up with. There is actually space for a 2-seater sofa, a coffee table and a TV, and I think we could add a small dining table as well. This might not work for everyone, but I think it's doable. Otherwise, the kitchen looks good. It's brand new, with all necessary appliances and a good amount of storage. Moving to the bedrooms, they are very similar. This is bedroom 1 with the ensuite. And if you are struggling to imagine the space furnished, I created an example for you. We could easily put a double bed and storage while still having space to walk around. This is bedroom 2, and this is the second bathroom. And finally, this is the terrace. It's not super private like the garden we saw earlier, but it's a good size and it's better than nothing to survive the hot summer week and a half that we have here in the UK. The next flat is the most expensive of today's selection, but it has something super impressive, so it's worth it. It's listed at £2,496 a month. It's a 6-minute walk from Clapham North and close to the high street as well. It's just over 65 square meters or 700 square feet, and it has an interesting layout. Let's have a look at the reception room first. The furnishing is not super inspiring, but it is spacious and bright. There is space for a large sofa, a table, and I like the shelves on the sides. Let's give it a quick revamp to see what the room could look like with proper decor. Just by swapping the sofa, mirror and rug, and by adding this bookshelf, we get a place that is more welcoming. The kitchen is also spacious. It has space for a table, there is a window, a large countertop, and all appliances, including a dishwasher. This is the smaller bedroom, and it is small indeed, but I checked the floor plan and it could fit a double bed. I tried to remove the current furniture and transform it into a regular double bedroom instead, and this is what it could look like. We won't fit much more than the bed and a bit of storage, but it still looks like a decent bedroom. The small bathroom is quite basic, so let's not waste time here. The reason I selected this property is this bedroom. It's super spacious and bright, there is space for a wardrobe, and I don't know about you, but I feel like I can breathe in this room. But the real star of the show here is just down these few steps, which lead to the biggest ensuite I have ever seen. Look at this space! There is this beautiful freestanding bath, a large shower, and space to run a marathon in between. Honestly, this is really impressive. So, for a similar budget, we could get this flat that is smaller but has better proportioned bedrooms as well as a terrace. Or we could get this flat that is bigger and has this incredible master bedroom, but the second bedroom and bathroom are small. Which one is your favorite? So that's the reality of Clapham prices. But does your money go further in East London? I did this exact same search in Hackney, and the difference was actually surprising. Click here to see if Hackney beats Clapham on value. I'll see you there.